all heard the warnings to beware of post-storm scammers on the prowl.
And now, as investigator Lindsay Gardner shows us, a Jacksonville family is out hundreds of dollars because of a man who may have knocked on your door, too. Lindsay.
Well, Tom and Mary, I have to tell you, we get dozens of calls and emails accusing businesses and contractors of being shady all the time, even more so after Irma. But as soon as we started digging into this man, Sean Curtis Albin, we found a lengthy arrest record, arrested 22 times since 2003. In fact, he was out on bond just 2 weeks before Irma hit. Just one day after Irma blew into Northeast Florida as a Category 1 hurricane.
See, my mom just walked away, and that's Sean right there, walking back towards the truck.
Sean Curtis Albin was out in the 32210 zip code seeking business in the storm-battered West Side neighborhood.
The man came up. He had the sign on his truck. He had on a professional shirt. And I asked him, could he cut my trees down?
Surveillance video from Waynette Ephron and her son Greg James's home shows Albin in the neighborhood with a clipboard in hand, offering residents with damage estimates for his landscaping services. Ephron tells the I-Team because her neighbors were trusting Albin and hiring him, she did too.
All these limbs that's hanging around here, he was supposed to trim it, which was been a major trim.
From the front yard to the backyard, Ephron and her neighbor took Albin all around their homes to see the dangerous hanging limbs Irma left behind.
Tell me what he was going to cut down. He said major trimming on that tree right there. And then he told me, he said, well, it'll be $700 down and $650 after I finish the job.
Ephron then handed over $700 in cash after Albin told her he'd be back the next day to finish the job.
To be honest with you, he's a dirtbag.
Ephron's son, Greg James, is a retired Army veteran. He did 8 combat tours, and his valor earned him the Bronze Star Medal and the Purple Heart. He was out of town the day his mother hired Albin, and now is heartbroken because he wasn't there to check him out first.
He did absolutely nothing. He got over my mom.
James contacted the I-Team because Albin not only had his mother's $700, but then he began demanding the rest of the money, claiming he had done the work and wanted to be paid.
He said, you owe me my money. He said, I want the rest of my money. I said, well, and I took the phone and I hung it up.
The I-Team uncovered Sean Curtis Albin and his Jacksonville business, Unique Home Improvements, have an F rating with the Better Business Bureau. We dug deeper and found his criminal background is lengthy. Years of arrest, including his most recent just 2 weeks before. On August 28th, charged with false representation as a licensed contractor. He posted bond and was released days before Irma hit.
I want him off the streets. I want him off the streets. I want justice done.
The I-Team contacted the state attorney's office with all the information we uncovered. And in less than 24 hours, investigators arrested Albin today, charging him with felony grand theft.
If you have a problem and you need to call I-Team, I recommend you calling the I-Team because they're on it. They're for the citizens of Jacksonville, and they do the investigations.
So within an hour of the I-Team getting word today that Albin had been arrested, Greg James called us to say an employee of Albin's came back to their home this afternoon and gave them 2 money orders totaling that $700. Now, they still have not cashed it yet, but they did let the investigator on the case know. But definitely a happy ending. And in Greg's own words, he really just wanted justice for his mother. He felt so bad this happened to his mom, and it looks like he got it.
Would the $700 help with the state attorney's office as far as Albin is concerned? Does it take some of the pressure off the charges?
You know, that specific answer hasn't come down to us just yet, certainly noteworthy to ask. But I think something else they're really considering here is that history. You had these 22 arrests. Now, some were traffic charges and things of that nature. But as you saw in the story, 2 weeks before, arrested for a similar thing of this false representation as a licensed contractor. So to be out on bond and commit this again, they took this so seriously when we called them for that reason.
And he must have been very convincing to this gentleman's mom.
Right.
You know, where she believed him and gave him the cash.
And in that video, you see him like looking the part. He's got the clipboard. He's got the official
gesturing
shirt.
up, looking at the tree, trying
Absolutely.
to explain things.
And, you know, the state attorney's office acted swiftly here, guys. As soon as we called them, they were working the case yesterday. They had investigators out at the home. They were back today, and that's when they made the arrest. So the state attorney's office really wants everyone to know they are taking these storm-related crimes very seriously, even setting up a hotline that is checked each and every day. So if you think you've been victimized by Albin or anyone else, you need to call the number at your screen. It's 904-255-3099 or go online to sao4th.com. And in case you didn't have a chance to jot that down this evening, of course, we posted it for you inside this story on news4jax.com.
And be so careful out there when you're dealing with this in the storm's aftermath.
Get multiple offers. It's beyond just feeling good. It's how the record checks out.
And take time
to
do that.
Yes.
Thanks, Lindsay.